We're on scene tonight with the Stanislaus County, California Sheriff's Office, showing the dangers that law enforcement officers face every day. The wife of Javier Cueto Aldez called 911 saying he was having suicidal thoughts. Sheriff's Office chopper found him in his driveway with what appeared to be a black rifle on the hood of a car.
The male subject is picking up a rifle, and he's still at the white car in the driveway. Looks like a pump pellet gun. He was pumping it.
Now, the suspect was seen pumping the rifle, leading deputies in the helicopter to believe he had a pellet gun. The sheriff's office closed down traffic on the road near the home and requested an armored truck. Negotiators began talking to Cueto Aldez, who said he wanted to take his own life and harm officers. He also threatened to crash into other vehicles. Talks continued for nearly 2.5 hours.
Throwing his beer in there. He's putting some objects in the rear seat now. And it looks like he's going to be getting in the driver's seat. Looks like he put the rifle in the front seat with him. He's still loading some things in the truck, though.
Deputies in the helicopter saw Cueto Aldez putting items in a pickup truck, including beer. He had the pellet gun with him in the front seat. Then he pulled onto the road and slammed on the gas.
All units clear the road.
100 miles an hour. Vehicle's northbound, 100 miles per hour. He's not stopping. Still northbound, over 100 miles per hour. TC, start 1141, code 3.
He was driving 100 miles an hour as he slammed into police vehicles, that were blocking the road. Deputies ran for safety as the pickup truck barreled through.
Go, 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 go.
The truck landed on its roof and caught fire. Immediately after the crash, deputies rushed to help Cueto Aldez. They used a fire extinguisher to put out the flames and pulled him out of the vehicle to give him first aid. But ultimately, he died from his injuries at the hospital. No deputies were injured somehow. Joining me once again, Sean Sticks Larkin, retired Tulsa police lieutenant. Sticks, this is a perfect example where someone could say, well, he just needed help, right? But that would ignore the fact that he also wanted to hurt others in the process.
Yeah, exactly. When the Stanislaus Sheriff's Department released this video out to the public, one of the first statements they had in the beginning of that, it talks about mental health calls and how they are rapidly evolving, how dangerous they are, how traumatic they can be. And this right here is a perfect example of it. One of the differences in this call compared to others is that information that came in from his wife. She said that he was suicidal, but he also mentioned that he wanted to harm officers. One of the benefits for the sheriff's department, obviously having that helicopter, it gave them that aerial view and allowed them to set up their containment, great distances away from the house.
It is amazing to me. I mean, when I watch that fiery crash right there, it's amazing that no one was injured there.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And it goes back to exactly, what I was just saying there about having this helicopter. This house is kind of isolated, so it's outside of a normal residential neighborhood. On these type of deals where you have what's called an armed and barricaded, which is a felon inside of a house that's wanted for a crime, or somebody who's having a mental health episode like this, you want to try to just contain them. If they're by themselves, time is typically on our sides in law enforcement, which allows us to negotiate for hours and hours and hours at times, unless something like this happens where the suspect makes this type of decision.
Yeah, but apparently the talking didn't do it, right? I mean, they spent 2.5 hours with him trying to convince him not to do what he ultimately did.
Exactly. And that kind of goes back to just as I was saying about the statement in the beginning. These things are very rapidly evolving. You just don't know what's going to happen. And I know we didn't show it on the video here tonight, but at the end, the truck is on fire and the deputies actually pull the guy out. And at one point he stops breathing and they then go into that CPR mode trying to save his life. So just a very, very unfortunate situation. Very lucky no deputies or innocent other people were hurt.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.